It's July and this is the Library Roadshow. On the show today, teen film producers, cool careers for kids, and a wascally wabbit. All that and more coming up next on the Library Roadshow. Welcome to the July edition of the Library Roadshow. I'm Mary Stein, and this is a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. This month, we'll welcome back the Baton Rouge Concert Band for their annual July 4th concert of patriotic tunes and marches. And the Ed Perkins Jazz Band will cool us down for lunch. Wi-Fi hotspots are circulating now, and games and family activity kits are hitting the shelves too. I'm throwing out a reminder to stay Red Stick ready during hurricane season and invite you to join us online for Tech Tuesdays, all part of the City Parish's Open Data Academy. Our summer reading theme, Oceans of Possibilities, is going swimmingly, with free programs for all ages, plus earned swag as you log your reading along the way in the Beanstack app. The monthly newsletter is jam-packed with things to do, including things for adults, such as a look at the art of biography with Richard White. Dr. White is no stranger to library readers. His book, Kingfish, was our featured One Book, One Community title a few years back. It's all here in the July edition of The Source, in print and online at ebrpl.com.
Free access to books, audio, and library resources are just a few of the benefits available to you when you get a library card. Need free access to a computer? You get that. Want free access to premium digital resources like Mango Languages and lynda.com? You get that. Need to book a meeting space? You get that. Heck, you can even check out a telescope or use a digital printer with your library card. If you live in East Baton Rouge Parish, pick up your free library card from your local branch library today. Premium access to everything the library system has to offer is waiting for you.
So many of our online resources are memorable for adding to the quality of life, providing reading for entertainment, lifelong learning, news from around the world, and more. But we also have some excellent tools designed just for business. One of these niche resources helps business owners address their legal needs. It's time to find out more in the digital download.
Legal questions for a small business can be a big headache, but don't worry, the library can help. Legal GPS is an interactive platform that helps new and existing businesses navigate the law. It can save businesses on average $4,500 in legal fees and 60 hours of valuable time. Business owners or those looking to start a business simply can answer a few questions, then follow step-by-step legal directions that are personalized based on your specific needs. You'll receive a legal GPS status PDF report, which contains a legal scorecard, a quick guide sheet to help you legally in the future, and a completion certificate. Legal GPS covers over 50 different legal essentials and is applicable wherever you do business. Legal GPS, along with other resources that support small business, are available for free with your library card on the digital library page at ebrpl.com.
Thanks, Andrew. This new resource will also help business owners become more knowledgeable before they seek out legal counsel. We also offer LexisNexis's platform for market news called Nexis Uni. It's filled with company info, including case histories, and of course, Gale's business platforms like Plan Builder, all there in the digital library. Let's shift gears and check in with Josh Hill, reporting in from Beyond the Stacks.
I love working with young people and I love working with teenagers, and I think part of that is that once they sort of light fire to something, they really have an incredible energy and passion for it.
Films can define a generation. Films can change the way people think, or they can just give us something to do on a Saturday night. Here at the main library at Goodwood, our filmmakers of the future are learning the tips and tricks of the trade. Let's check it out.
Be watching this character run along the beach and you're in a box of sand going, footstep, footstep.
footstep, 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 crash, crash. I'm on the wood now. Boom, 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 fall. I'm Clay Ashe, and I am teaching the Novak Teen Film and Animation Camp here at the Baton Rouge Main Branch Library. Right. They just saved a ton of money by doing that in close-up. We start by showing them quite a lot of short films. They'll be making a short film as a group this week. So we start with a lot of short films, and we try to do live action, animation, puppetry, shadow puppetry, try to give them as many options as possible so that they have as many tools to create whichever kind of short film they want to make. Because if you're exterior, you got to worry about weather. If you're interior, you got to worry about the space. All of these bring up their own individual problems that you want to solve, that you solve in pre-production. We often have the kids that can't drive yet, and so their parents are dropping them off to this free class. But ultimately what happens is they come in, and on the first day, we upload them with as much information as possible. And we watch a lot of movies. We talk about different shots and what they do psychologically to the audience. We're just like as much information as we can get. One-day film school. This slide here is what a lot of pitch decks are. If you're in advertising, basically you are giving mood boards and color charts and like pulling classic paintings that you want to mimic the lighting of. Whatever it is, the visual, what is this gonna look and feel like? Give them that look and feel here. And then the next day they come in with their ideas and we start to build their movie, and then we spend Wednesday and Thursday of each week shooting it, and Friday we spend looking at what we shot, choosing which takes they want to use, getting notes to an editor that works, that luckily is an adult that works at Novak. You are watching the actor because you're recording footsteps and this fall onto a wooden plank. All of that gets done later. They don't even record that on set. The library is so integral in this. It's one of the many reasons we're able to put the program on for free, which I think is really important. And I think it also fulfills a really important modern responsibility that libraries have, which is access points, not just for books, right, but for skill sets and knowledge, and there's a career development center, and there's just so many things that your modern library is capable of, and a film class like this, to be able to put it on for free for anybody in the community who's able to sign up, I think is super important, because particularly with film, there's such a high cost of entry for the equipment that it's not accessible to everybody. So it's all the more important that it's the libraries that we're able to do this through. There's a camera and I do it wrong, and it's fine because it's a camera and you can do it again, right? Whereas in theater, you have to rehearse. If you do it wrong, it's an audience. There's no take two. You see what I'm saying? They look bored all the time. Teens look bored all the time. It's sort of a blast, because one of your jobs is to sort of break that outer shell. And then once you do that consistently, we get this great feedback from the kids that they're engaged, that they went to school and utilized what they learned in a film club or a class. So the enthusiasm is wonderful once you can get it.
Find more programs like these in our monthly newsletter, The Source, or in our events calendar at ebrpl.com.
The films will be shown on August 3rd here at the main branch of the library, and you'll be able to see all of the grouped films that are being made all summer long.
Thanks. I always look forward to their film premiere night. It's scheduled for August. We'll invite these young filmmakers back to the main library to stroll down the red carpet and view all their hard work up on the screen. And we always like to remind our patrons of any age that if they want to try new things, there's probably some on-demand training ready to go in the digital library in either Gale courses, Udemy, LinkedIn Learning, or any of our other online learning platforms. Stay right there. After the break, Josie Alexander from the Baton Rouge Street Team joins me for a chat right here on the Library Roadshow.
The East Baton Rouge Parish Library believes that free entertainment is good for us all. That's why we make ebooks and audiobooks available for free through the Libby app. Grant free access to unlimited streaming music and video through Freegal, Canopy, and IndieFlix. Get a library card. Get free entertainment at ebrpl.com/digital library.
You're watching the July edition of the Library Roadshow, everything you need to know about your local library system. Now, over the past few months, the library's been participating in the planning and rollout of Mayor Broom's Summer of Hope initiative. and it has been my pleasure to spend a little bit of time with volunteers and staff from the Baton Rouge Street Team. Josie Alexander joins me now to share what this impressive grassroots organization is doing in and for our community. Okay, first off, what is a street team?
Oh, thank you for having me. So the Baton Rouge Community Street Team is a part of Mayor Broom's Safe for Healthy initiative. It's a violence reduction strategy to put the public back into public safety. So we deploy credible messengers, those who have rapport in the community, who are from 7802, 7805. We work with victims of crime or potential perpetrators of crime. And so we do interventions, we do mediations, we do preventions, but we also do service linkage. So we think it's important to connect our community members between the ages of 14 to 30 who fit the criteria to resources that can better assist them.
The street team has been doing something very special for Summer of Hope. Tell us about that initiative where you're going into the neighborhoods.
Absolutely. So, of course, we're part of Mayor Broom's Summer of Hope, and we are rolling out an event called Heal the Block. It happens weekly for about 8 weeks up until August 6th, and we literally go into communities most impacted by violence or where violence is, pretty prevalent, and we engage in conversations and strategy building, but we also invite resources to come out because what we've noticed is that, canvassing when we do community walks each week is that a lot of our community members really don't know the resources that are out there.
Right, and they're not getting out.
Absolutely not.
And they only see what they see.
Yes.
So you're knocking on the door.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are you're not asking for anything, you're bringing them
Absolutely.
information and resources. And there's a bike ride as well, which you won't catch me doing, but then you end it with basically a block party every week.
Absolutely.
And the strategy's been so successful because you're there on the street during the week. We get used to the idea of these are people, nobody's soliciting, nobody's asking me for
Absolutely.
anything. These are real people. These are Baton Rouge people. And then by the end of the week, we have this party. It's like, come on down, y'all.
Come enjoy us.
Play
Let
a
us
little
enjoy you.
Yeah, a little music, a little something, something. The bookmobile is there.
I'm so excited.
I know. Our bookmobile is Library Love on Wheels. So it's there, and through some wonderful volunteer organizations, through our own friends group, and the Imagination Leads, and the Baton Rouge Alliance for Students, we've been able to purchase some books that we're giving away to
Yes.
the students, the children of all ages who live on the street, and then other helping agencies are showing up too.
Absolutely. So we have mental health services, we have mentoring services. We also are doing free testing. So Metro Health comes out, they do testing for the community members, they do giveaways, and so it's just an all-around great festive of events. But then also we have our municipalities of government come out. We have our political figures come out, and they actually kind of strategize with the community members, so they really get a chance to sit down, eat, and listen to what they actually have to say.
So instead of just complaining about something that you hear about on television or on the radio or on Facebook, there is someone that you can actually ask the question and get an answer.
Absolutely. We thought it was very important, to have them, to let their constituents really say, like, hey, this is a problem, this is how it affects me, because a lot of times when we have these meetings and we think about strategy building, the number one person that are missing from those conversations are community members.
Right.
And those decisions impact them the most.
And it's the people who most need it.
Absolutely.
And so information is power. Without feeling that somebody sees you, you don't have hope. So you are putting eyes on our most at-risk neighborhoods.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're telling them, hey, we see you, we hear you, we want to hear from you. How can we help you? So, I just get chills knowing about what y'all are doing. Are you looking for volunteers?
Absolutely. So we are running up until August 6th. There's some marketing items that go on through Safe for Healthy website, brla.gov under Summer of Hope. We have BR Street Team on Instagram, Facebook. We are in need of volunteers this Saturday, and I know the library will be there, so I'm excited.
Yeah. Every Saturday the library will be there.
Every Saturday the library
Right.
has been there. So
Yeah.
thank you all for your support, because because it's really hard, especially like with manpower, to get someone to commit for such a long series.
Right.
So we definitely appreciate your unwavering support. But we'll be there this Saturday at 805 North 30th Street.
Yeah. And then there's a different
Absolutely.
location every Saturday
Yes,
in
ma'am.
July, and then into August. So how do
ma'am.
people find out where? What's the website, or how should I do this if I'm looking? Where y'all gonna be?
The most accurate way would be brla.gov under Summer of Hope.
Okay.
And then we also have an Instagram and a Facebook, and you can also call 1-800-BRCST.
1-800-BRCST. So for Baton Rouge Community Street Team.
Yes, ma'am.
I got, as long as I don't lose a finger, I've got that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so, and that's how people will find out more.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you so much, Josie. After the break, author Mary Manheim, plus book reviews from one of our younger library patrons. All that and more coming up next on the Library Roadshow.
The East Baton Rouge Parish Library believes that staying informed is good for us all. That's why we provide free access to the New York Times and other national newspapers online. Permit free access to niche magazines and articles through PressReader. Get a library card. Get informed at ebrpl.com/newspapers.
Welcome back to the July edition of the Library Roadshow. Mary Manheim is the author of The Bone Lady, Life as a Forensic Anthropologist, Trail of Bones, more cases from the files of a forensic anthropologist, and the mystery novel Floating Souls, The Canal Murders. She's the former director of the Forensic Anthropology and Computer Enhancement Services, or FACES lab at LSU. Mary has a new book out entitled Murder in the Cities of the Dead. Mary joins me now by phone. Okay, Mary, how did you get your start as an author?
Always loved to write as a young child and as an undergraduate at LSU with a degree, ultimately a degree in English and creative writing. I was on the staff of the LSU Student Publication and really began to write more seriously in the 80s.
What's this new book about?
Well, it's about New Orleans cemeteries. They are called the Cities of the Dead, the historic cemeteries down there. There are more than 40 cemeteries in New Orleans, but specifically, this particular book is about Maggie Andrepont, a forensic anthropologist down there. It's second in the series. It follows Floating Souls, and it's about a body that's found in one of the cemeteries. Maggie's history with the coroner, of course, is front and center there, so there is a love interest. Maggie's need to solve mysteries has dire consequences for her. Her Great Dane, Brutus, plays a major role in the book. And so you have duty and romance colliding in the book.
What inspired you to go back to New Orleans and write a new book, Murder in the Cities of the Dead?
Again, it's the second in the series. I've worked all over New Orleans in its famous cemeteries, from St. Peter Street, one of the oldest cemetery from the early 1700s to the more recent ones. I have done salvage archaeology. I'm a bioarchaeologist. I recover ancient dead, and a forensic anthropologist where I analyze the recent dead. So I'm very familiar with New Orleans, and I really wanted to explore what it would be like to be a forensic anthropologist in that specific area and to add some mystery to the books I write.
What do you hope readers will take away?
Well, it's a quick read with intriguing characters, and it talks a lot about New Orleans, so I think it's a fun read. And it has good guys, and it has the consummate bad guys, and so I think that people will learn about forensic anthropology at the same time, and how I have incorporated a romantic interest into a mystery, into something of an animal story.
How can our viewers learn more about you and all your work?
Well, they certainly could Google me, but they could also go to my latest effort, a press called Os Liber Press. This is the new publishing company I have started, focusing now, currently, on children's books that, again, deal with forensic anthropology. The first book in the series is called Claire Carter, Bone Detective. So I hope that children from 6 to 100 would enjoy reading it.
Thanks, Mary. It was so nice to see you in person at the main library in June for your book premiere. So standing room only. And I know folks are already asking you about your next book. It's now time to check in with one of our younger patrons to find out what he's been reading at the library.
My name's Sam, and I'm 5, and my favorite book is Where's My Baby? Where is my baby? Who is my kid? Where is my baby? Who is my cat?
Why is that your favorite picture?
Because it's funny.
Why is it funny?
Because pigs don't look like that. It's Dr. Pepper. Here is my baby. Here is my lamb. Where is my baby? Here is my kitten. Where is my mommy and daddy bring me to a library. When I come to a library, my favorite thing is to read books.
Thanks, Sam. Repetition is a wonderful tool to help build confidence in our youngest readers. Stick with it. Stay right there. You're watching the July edition of the Library Roadshow.
The East Baton Rouge Parish Library System believes that knowing where you come from is good for us all. That's why we grant free access to genealogy resources available through Ancestry.com, make the vast historic resources of Heritage Quest available to you online. Get a library card. Get your family tree at ebrpl.com/genealogy.
You're watching the July edition of the Library Roadshow, a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. We host all kinds of niche programming at the library. Some of it's educational, some of it's serious, and some of it's just plain fun. That's certainly true of our summer programming, high-energy, foot-stomping programming like this. That's Laura Alured. Every year, Laura and her husband Tim tour our East Baton Rouge Parish Library branches to host a summer fun program for kids best known as Harvey, Rabbit, and Friends.
The theme this year is Oceans of Possibilities.
What?
Oceans of Possibilities. What? Oceans of Possibilities!
What?
What did I say?
Oceans of Possibilities!
Okay, I got it.
You got it. What did they say?
Oceans of Possibilities!
Harvey, the rabbit, is a mischievous character, while the friends attempt to read books and generally stay on topic. Harvey keeps the kids laughing.
This is the book I like to read. This is a book all about Harvey, you bad boy. You're good boy.
I'll be good boy.
And listen, as I show this book to everybody, as you can see, this is a fine book. It is all about tigers.
I like bunny rabbits.
But that is good. We are not speaking about what you like, Harvey. We are speaking about what I like, which happens to be tigers.
But I like bunny
I heard
rabbits.
this the first time. Now why is this? But to me, tigers are fascinating animals.
So are bunny rabbits.
Harvey,
What?
here, there, a book on rabbits.
Okay.
Now, are you happy?
Nope.
No?
It doesn't say bunny
It is
rabbits.
right.
Even though Harvey has completed his 2022 library tour, we still have plenty of programming on the schedule for kids. Find out what's coming to your local branch library in July by visiting the calendar at ebrpl.com. If you have a teen at home this summer, we have a program for you. It's called Cool Careers for Teens, and it's hosted every week by the Career Center.
Some of the things that we look at, like this, for example, this little arc here, we call this the sciatic notch, the greater sciatic notch. And this is going to be where bundles of nerves pass through your sciatica. A lot of people here, they know that word. For females, this is broader, again, broader. For males, more narrow.
Today we're going to be putting on a program called the Cool Careers Summer Series. And that is an event where we put on every summer where we invite guests from different fields to let everyone know about their particular career choice.
We do what we call a biocultural profile, and that's going to be sociocultural things that have to do with somebody's identity mixed with the body.
Today we're going to have LSU Faces Lab.
I work as a laboratory manager there, and basically what I do is I assist with casework, I assist with recoveries, I help with curation of cases that are still in the process of being solved.
The LSU Faces Lab is well renowned, and they're going to be discussing their process and procedure, or basically what they do. They identify bones to determine whether or not that is a human bone or a animal species.
So we have here a rib. This is a 3D print, but it fits around the body. So knowing the general morphology of a rib, this also has the same characteristics, but it doesn't seem like it would fit around a human body because it's not human, it's a cow rib. So similar morphologies, meaning shapes, but different sizes. So those kind of like key things can help us understand whether or not it's going to be human or not human.
LSU Faces Lab is always well attended, and the kids are always very enthusiastic about helping the police officers solve crimes.
One of the ways that we can help kind of break it down 50-50 is figuring out, was this person male or female?
We hope that the kids or the students or young adults who come to this program will be energized and will be filled with passion with the particular field that's presented. And what we hope is that it's going to start a lifelong pursuit in that particular field or a related field, or just provide information or enlighten them into a field that they may not have had any information about or didn't even know it exists. And that's really what our purpose is, to basically share that information about the many, many fields that are out there that a lot of kids don't even know exist.
The library's Career Center and Teen Services staff have worked together for years to make these programs interesting and beneficial, never boring. And if your teen is interested in a particular line of work, you can bet that we can point them to resources that will help discerning this career path a little easier. And now for today's contest, visit the library's Facebook page at facebook.com/EBRPL. Think back to when you came to the library to check out books for that dreaded required summer reading list. I'd like to hear what surprised you and perhaps even turned into one of your favorite books ever. That's facebook.com/EBRPL. And while you're there, enjoy. We're not your grandfather's library anymore. What's coming up on the Library Roadshow in August? It's back to school for us.
Tune into the show next month and I'll share another free resource from inside the digital library at ebrpl.com.
Tune in next month and I'll take you to a program at a branch near you.
Thanks so much for joining us on the Library Roadshow. And remember, your East Baton Rouge Parish Library is open 7 days a week at each and every one of 14 branches, plus 24/7 on the web. Check us out at ebrpl.com.